Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I'm here with the Camera Brothers. This is a very cool set. Yes, I know it's a bit older, 2018 looks like, but this set from Mech Fan Toys, I am very excited to share with you. This is an awesome set. Yes, it is a third-party version of Reflector, but I think you're gonna like it. So we're gonna go through it piece by piece, and I have a secret for you. These guys aren't spies, they're assassins, and I'll explain. Be right back. This is the box we're taking a look at, the Camera Brothers. It's a pretty cool box. It's a little dented. I've actually had it stored for a while, but I think it came slightly dented. I got it from AliExpress. I recommend that when you can, get it in the box. That way, if there's a little bit of banging around during shipping, it's protected. Though I've gotten things not in box, and they're usually pretty good. So it shows the Camera Brothers there on the front. I keep wanting to say Car Robot Brothers because of the Car Robot Brothers, but you can see it has an accessory pictured on one side, a flash, shows you a real camera, and what it looks like on the bottom. Then the back shows you a number of the accessories, trying to angle it so the light doesn't get too bright. But yeah, a very cool set, very cool packaging. Let's bust it out. It comes with instructions and an extra top for the camera. It has a silver one in the package, but if you like purple instead, it's there for you. Now taking it out, you have the camera base itself. You have a lens that comes with it. You have this double flash, which is kind of neat. Doesn't stand very well unless you stand it on its head. It's got a flash here that was pictured on the side, which opens up to show some missiles. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Tripod, individual hand weapons, which are really neat. Oops, I don't want to lose them. But I'm going to show you what's neat about them in just a moment. And it even comes with a very itty bitty, tiny itty bitty, you can kind of see it, version of the camera as if he transformed and he's in small size. All right, so let's take a look at these guys. First of all, the camera mode. When you're looking at it like this, you can see the faces of two of the guys in the back, so that's not very good. You can very easily attach the lens to the front. Now, a couple ways you can put on flashes. You can put on this flash here, and you can actually take the little button off the bottom of the other flash and put it here as where you would actually take the picture, maybe make some adjustments to some settings. The tripod plugs right into the bottom, very stable. So overall, a very cool looking camera. Now this flash, you kind of need this part on the bottom in order to mount it. So the bad part about putting on this flash is that the button here, well, it has a guy's face in the back. So I wish they'd given an extra little cover or something, or an extra little button. That would have been nice. Or design the flash so that you could attach it here without the button. But still, overall, it's a cool looking camera. Now to get these guys into robot mode, it's actually a very simple transformation. It's not too different from the Siege version of Reflector, AKA Reflector. You do just pull them apart. Now, it does have a camera base here, which is very cool, and I'm gonna show you that in a minute, because there's some neat stuff about that. But you just separate them, and it's a very simple transformation. You swing the legs from the back down. The arms here actually are on swivels, so you just pull them out and push them up, swing them forward, and it does allow you to twist at the elbow. So now this guy here, the middle guy, he is the only one with the flash on him, which is unlike the exact duplicates from the Siege line. And this part separates if you do want to put little shoulder pads on him, which is kind of an homage to the original Reflector, who was the mail away. But yeah, simple transformation, but they're pretty cool figures. In fact, I would venture to say they look a bit more like the G1 cartoon than the ones that were released in the Siege line. Now, as far as posability, I can do any one of these. We'll do the guy with the flash. As far as the legs are concerned, he can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, bend at the knee. He doesn't have separate feet, so there's no foot swivel. but he's still pretty stable even if you decide to give him a wider stance. Ooh, I stand corrected. He actually does have the foot swivel. It was kind of subtle. So yes, he has the foot swivel. It's very nice for a 2018 toy. It actually makes me wonder if Hasbro examined some of these things and stole some ideas. I don't know when they started using foot swivels. Arm-wise, it goes back and forth. I mean, these shoulder pads are not really helping all that much. I think I will take them off for now. He can go out to the sides, bends at the elbow. He's got swivels on, since it's a ball joint, he swivels at the elbow. The hands themselves don't turn, but that's a minor consideration. He can actually twist at the waist. Now that does not appear to be any part of the transformation, unless you want to try to transform him into one of those weird looking hovercraft things. But the head turns, and all these guys have the same type of transformation. Now, weapons. What's neat about these weapons is they come with 3 small weapons that fit into their hands, and they're all different. And the reason they're all different is they're a great homage to the original mail-away Reflector's weapons. Because if I bring over this guy, this is something I reviewed before, the knockoff of the original, but his weapon is basically the same shape, same design for the most part, just scaled down. And the post is a little bigger, but it's still a great nod. We have this one, I always forget if he's Spyglass or Spectro. It's been a long time, but his gun, very similar to this gun. The main difference here is there is a open area, which looks like there should be an open area here. Sorry, dude. But it's actually covered in plastic, so it's less fragile. But again, trying to show contrast with my hand, it's a great nod to his weapon. And then there's the main guy viewfinder. His weapon from the original goes on the side, but when you look at it next to this weapon, if he was holding it normally, it's a great nod. It's a smaller version, but definitely reminiscent. Again, trying to show it in my hand so there's a little bit of contrast compared to that. So that is awesome in and of itself, that they have weapons that are great nods to the original Reflector. But as I said, they're assassins. I'm going to show you what I mean. First of all, we have the bottom part of the camera that comes off, and in it there are weapons that you can just pop out. Well, they're not the easiest to pop out when you have big fingers, but the weapons that come in there is looks like basically a Bowie knife, and looks like pieces of a rifle, including a scope. Now, these are not a complete set, but wait, there's more. So this wonderful lens, first of all, has these 2 pop-off areas where you can just pop them off, and there are 2 more Bowie knives. And the thing is, they actually have a little button here, a little purple piece that you can push out, so you could actually take it out with its kind of holster, and then slide it out. So these guys can take these. Remember I said assassins, sometimes you need to be quiet. They could just stab that right through the main conduit going to the victim's laser core, or spark, you know, depending on what you want to say. So they got Bowie knives, 3 of them, 1 for each. But then this thing opens up. Holy shit. You got 3 different guns. Now these guns, if you take one of them, you can add the scope, you can add the longer barrel. Now this thing, I'm not sure what it's for. It looks like it attaches somewhere, but still, that is a badass sniper rifle right there. That any one of these guys can take, and unfortunately you can't have him hold this up here, but I guess that's the clip. You could just have him lying on a cliff or a rooftop, basically taking aim at some unlucky Autobot who has been targeted for termination. Now this particular part here can actually act like a hover platform. You can stick it on the back of any of these guys and can give them a boost, can fly. At least that's what I imagine it is. I mean, Decepticons can normally fly, but maybe gives him some extra speed. He's got to escape. He's gone. You can also take the Flash. It actually has a handle on it, though unfortunately it doesn't look like it fits directly into their hand. Maybe it's supposed to be set up somewhere and set off by remote control. It would be nice if this tripod hooked into it. I mean, you can kind of rest it on there, but it doesn't really stay, so. But still, overall, this mini camera, There's even some additional accessories. You can slide these off. You can give these guys extra missile launchers attached to their shoulder, so it gives them even more armament. These guys are not just supposed to observe and report. These guys are supposed to examine the habits of their victim, come up with a plan, and then execute that plan to terminate the target. That's all I can figure. But these guys have so many accessories, it's pretty awesome. Now this set went for like $38. With shipping it was like $47. But look at everything you get. All the accessories, it makes an awesome camera. In fact, I kind of think that these guys need a better name than Camera Brothers. My mistake. That particular handle that I popped out isn't supposed to come out. This actually acts as a blast shield, so one of them can hold it up during combat and hide behind it so he's not blasted. So who knew? Obviously these things can pop apart. However, even if they do, you can pretty easily put them back together again. But I've been playing around with some names, and I'd love to have your ideas in the comments for names for these guys. I was thinking this one could be wide angle. This one could be shutter speed, like he's fast. This one could be zoom in, because, you know, he zooms in, and he probably operates that wonderful sniper rifle and zooms in and, you know, takes out his target. And together they form Burst Shot. That's what I was thinking. I mean, you might have some better ideas. Let me know in the comments. But this is a very neat set. Everything has a place. Could there be improvements? Sure, minor ones. But I think the fact that they look like our actual Reflector from the show, and they have all these additional accessories, makes them an awesome version of the character. Or you can call him Burst Shot, you know, your choice. Now, I found this guy on AliExpress. I definitely think that's a good source for him. You might be able to find him on eBay. I'll put links to both down in the description. But I think this set was well thought out. The transformation is not overly complex, but then again, none of the Hasbro stuff is that difficult to transform, whether you're talking about original or the Siege stuff. But it's got great accessories. Yeah, I really think that they went and did an amazing job in putting together this particular Reflector knockoff. So I definitely recommend it. You should check it out. Again, links below. And, you know, while you're debating about getting this guy, you can actually see a comparison between the Siege and the Netflix scrap face right over here. And of course, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment. We love those. And if you'd like to support this channel with a super thanks, that would be great. We'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.